and welcome back to Balanced Psychology. So in today's video we're talking about why narcissists stay friends with their exes. Now I know for some of us that this is unescapable because we have children or some business venture together. Usually that's the reason why people do stay in contact with their exes, but narcissists do it to a whole different level, okay? Connections that need to not be connections. So I'm going to be talking about why they do this. Why does this happen? Why do they feel the need that they have to stay friends with their exes? So in this video, I'm going to talk about why narcissists stay friends with their exes, or why they feel the need that they have to have some kind of or some form of contact open so that they can contact their exes. Now, many of you have probably experienced this, the hoovering, the love bombing, long after you have broken up or cut contact with the narcissist. They have this ability to kind of get in contact with you again and again. And I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look at this reason why they actually do this. And I know that this is a very odd reason why they do, but there is a psychological explanation to why they do this. Okay, first of all, you need to think of narcissists as hoarders. They hoard people, they collect people. Like hoarders, they collect objects and things around them so that they can keep them, these things. They know that you have these things around you. So for a narcissist, having certain people around them means that they have them to keep. You know, it's like having objects to keep. And so that's really what it's about, is narcissists objectify people. They see people as objects. And what I mean by that is when you have an object in front of you, you don't really have an emotional attachment to it. Like, for example, you have your mobile phone. Your mobile phone serves a purpose, doesn't it? You can call, you can message, you can access social media, you can video, you can listen to things. It serves a great all-round purpose. But you're not in love with your phone. You may love your phone, but you're not in love with your phone. And it's the same thing for narcissists when I talk about object constancy or objectification. The narcissist doesn't have that emotional attachment to people around them. They see them as serving a purpose, and that's why they have a lot of these objects, because they never want to be without. It's a feeling of loss, of abandonment, and it all ties into these core wounds of theirs when they don't have these people, objects, around them. You've also got to understand that making new friendships or new relationships, romantic relationships for a narcissist is quite difficult. Yes, it is quite difficult for them. It will mean that they have to run their game on somebody new. It means that they have to make up a whole load of lies. It's another person added to the mix. It's fresh meat, I guess, added to the mix. And it will mean that they will have to up their game. They will have to concentrate even more harder than they already are in terms of trying to secure that supply. If you have old supply around you, meaning if you have friends or past lovers around you, you don't have to work so hard. You can get gratification and attention at a touch of a button. It will mean either texting or calling someone to get that gratification, validation quite quickly. And it will make them feel very important, because remember, the more people that you have, the more people you have in your army or around you, it means how popular you are, how valued you are, how much attention you can get from that. It will also mean that you're quite popular. And this all really, really serves the narcissist in so many ways. There was a study done at Oakland University of 861 participants. And what they wanted to do is get a better understanding of the phenomenon of friendship. They asked participants to fill out a questionnaire that give out or kind of give an understanding to this dark triad personality traits. And they found that people who scored highly in narcissism and psychopathy, they were the ones that tended to stay friends with their exes. And so they found that these people needed to stay friends because of desirable reasons. So think of it this way: if you're collecting people, if you're collecting exes, friends, it's only done for one reason and one reason only, and that is to get gratification and validation from these individuals. it also serves as a way of getting attention, to making you feel superior. So that also extends to getting this gratification externally, because you can't validate your own self-worth, your own inner being yourself, so you look outside to be able to do that so that people can validate those things for you. This stems from abusive environments, neglect, a lot of changes of caregivers or parents that were in and out of the child's life. And there was a lack of communicative basic methods of being able to communicate with that child as well. So therefore the child's early needs were not met. So the child then has to learn how to survive in their environment in quite a dysfunctional way. So this is where the resulting of an attachment disorder basically comes from. And the reason that narcissism is characterized as an attachment disorder is because narcissists turn to outside sources of self-realization and self-esteem, and they look to interpersonal relationships to provide them that. So what that means is they need an outward locus of control, meaning they need an outward attention. They need somebody outward to validate them and give them their self-esteem. Now think about why this would work for narcissists. If you have an ex or an old friend around you and you know that you were able to get your ex to fall in love with you or be friends with you, that means that every time that you are feeling low or you don't feel good about yourself, you can always turn to this supply of people to be able to validate you, to be able to give you that attention and make you feel good about yourself. This is why they collect people. Narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths are not able to understand empathy. So they're not able to be empathetic and understand somebody else's genuine feelings of love. So they're never going to be satisfied, no matter what you do in that relationship or friendship or work partnership. They're never going to be able to see you as enough because they can never be self-satisfied. They cannot self-soothe. So understanding how another person feels, understanding what that other person is giving from themselves, this is not going to happen because they have no understanding of empathy. So whatever you do, they're always going to be dissatisfied. They're always going to want more. And this will always come at a detriment to you. So that's why narcissists do hoover. They are really renowned for this. They try and hoover you back in to a relationship or some kind of communication between you and them. The reason for this is, remember, they're collecting you. They're people collecting. They know that you have been in a relationship with them, so you've loved them once, you've liked them once, so they know that you are part of their fan club, and that's literally what it is. You are part of their supply. They need this because, remember, they need you to make them feel good about themselves. And you did once, so what's to stop you from doing it again? Regardless whether it's good for you or whether it matches with your life, whether you are comfortable with that, they will make sure, and they will do everything they can in order to hoover you in so that you are part of the club. You need to remember to stay grey rock. You do not answer back. You just stay no contact. And unhealthy, and you've got to remember, this is an unhealthy relationship, an unhealthy attachment. So remember that a narcissist only wants one thing and one thing only. They want you to make them feel better. That's why they have exes, that's why they have old friends, partners, lovers, you name it. They have all of these people around them because they want one thing, and that is only gratification, validation and attention. It's only to serve them. There is no other reason why you would be friends with an ex unless you have children, but then you're only communicating with them. You're not having to supply this fake regard, this fake friendship that's going on. It's not because they love you and have had this epiphany that they want you back. It's literally because they want validation and attention from you. So think twice before you act upon a hoovering.